Look, we're here with the weekly Weirdo.
Yeah. So we're here with
Jeremiah Chiu.
nice. Would you consider yourself weird or your music weird?
Yeah, yes, absolutely. That's the question. It's a yes or no question.
Well,
Absolutely.
What do you think is the weird aspect of your creative process in your life?
I remember doing a lot of art, and I was working in both with music, with sound, with visual art and stuff, and when I work with other people, there's this phrase that I would say, which is that you can always teach people techniques, sort of how to make things, but you can't teach them to be weird. Like, being weird is something that you have to sort of find on your own and can only come from yourself. So I think it's an important thing. I think, like the other things, you can always learn and you can do different things like that, but finding your own inner weirdo is a very special thing that I think is not easy to do, because you have to sort of trust yourself. So I am weird.
So before the interview, you said you make zines. What's your zine name?
I mean, I was in Chicago. I grew up in Chicago, and for a decade and a half, I was working on this magazine called Lumpen Magazine, and it was just like a handful of us always making them. And they came out 4 times a year, but they were this is like a quarter. This is a half fold. This is 12 by 13 by 19 sheet of paper that's double-sided. We were making, I think, 75 to 96 page. It was a 72 or 96 page zine every 4 times a year.
Wow.
So it was quite a lot. And then it went down to 2.
Yeah,
it takes a lot. But that was just also the same thing. It basically had a collection of artists, musicians, people that were just writing all their own kinds of stories and things like that. It was just kind of a collection of what was happening in terms of a small scene in Chicago over the course of a couple decades. So it still goes on now. I've since hung up my hat of working on it, because I have other weird things that I want to do now, like play synthesizer music, and that's kind of what I do.
Wait, so how long have you been playing synths?
Since I've been playing for decades now.
Decades?
Yeah, it's probably. I mean, I grew up playing piano, and then it turned into a synthesizer, and have been just working with them for the past two decades or so. And I collect them, and they're all strange in their own unique way. And there's not a ton of people out there playing synthesizer or modular synth like I do, in maybe a song context, or also a improvised context. So I like to think that I'm trying to forge my own voice in that. Of course, there's a ton of people that I'm inspired by that have done that stuff over the years, but it's not like a popular thing. You're not gonna go everywhere and just be like, hey, do you like modular synth? Most people are like, what is that?
Yeah.
Even when they see the instrument, they're like, what is this? So it's my own corner of weird.